What's up guys, I'm Just a Gamer bringing you my thoughts on all the news coming out from Gamescom so far. First up, Metal Gear Survive was announced, and it looks boring. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's just been done so much. Another zombie survival mode. And I don't know what to say. The trailer shows that it takes place a little bit after Ground Zeroes, where the first Outer Haven apparently gets sucked up into a wormhole, and the people, or the survivors, are placed in a world where there's a bunch of crystallized zombies, and they have to fight their way back. And again, this just seems so overdone already. They just need to give that type of genre or mode a rest. It just looked so blah. Speaking of which, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare also announced a new zombie mode, but this one takes place in the 80s, it looks like. And again, I just don't get it. We've done zombies so much already. Why are people still trying to jump on this bandwagon? It's a dying mode. At first, Treyarch was the only ones who did a zombie mode. Then for Advanced Warfare, which I believe was Sledgehammer Games, they did their zombie mode. And now Infinity Ward's doing zombie mode. And it's just getting a bit old, people. Just move on. Please, move on. I'm more excited for Call of Duty's regular story campaign. And that's what's really drawing me. So the 80s zombie mode, I can do without. I'm not really that excited for that. Next up, an EA representative stated that Mass Effect remasters are likely, and that's kind of a given. I mean, you want to make money, don't you? I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I own all three games for both my Xbox 360 and my PS3, and I'll probably rebuy them for either my Xbox One or PS4, depending on when they come out. Because I just love those games. I mean, despite the Mass Effect 3 ending debacle, the games were fantastic, and I really did enjoy them, and I would buy them again. So them at first stating that remasters weren't going to be done was kind of me shaking my head thinking, are you guys idiots? But now that they see the demand for it, or more likely their projections are kind of low right now, so they need something to boost them up, is probably why now they're thinking Mass Effect remasters are likely. So I just want to say better late than never. Dishonored showed two separate story modes, or sorry, not two separate story modes, but two separate playthroughs of Dishonored 2. One was Corvo and one with Emily. And it makes me wonder, will you be able to pick which one you want to play as between missions, or is the story going to be only played as one person at a time, where you have to play the game twice to get the full story? I was intrigued by this, and I'm wondering how they're going to go about this, because they haven't really stated if both characters are playable at the same time. You've only ever seen one or the other. A new Resident Evil 7 trailer was shown and demo, and I'm kind of cautiously optimistic because the demo or the trailer, it looked scary, but again, it doesn't take place in the main game. It's another side story, almost like the beginning hours demo, where anything that happens there has no real impact on the main game of RE7. In fact, it has nothing to do with it, they said. It's just, I guess, another show of how the game will be, which is all fine and good, but we need some real gameplay. Because again, all they showed was a character walking and running. That's it. They've already stated before that this will be a Resident Evil game. There will be puzzles, there will be combat, you know, there's going to be all the tropes of Resident Evil. But so far, all they've shown is people walking. So again, I'm cautiously optimistic, and I do like how they are showing these bits and pieces. They're showing the ambiance of the game and how it will be without actually showing you the game. which is fine, but they've got to start actually showing us the actual game and not these side stories and not just a walking simulator. They need to show us actual gameplay, combat, puzzles. And the game comes out soon, January, so they need to get on that. Something I missed in my last video about Final Fantasy 15, where they talked about the DLC and how each of Noctis's friends will have their own DLC. And they described it as each DLC will highlight that character's playstyle, where Prompto would be like action-based, and Ignis would be a more tactical experience. Overall, it seemed really interesting. Well, that's all my thoughts for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and remember, I'm just a gamer.